why the two communities should be fighting. Okay, we have fought next to each other, side by side, since the civil rights movement. Okay, there's no time for beef on either side. We need to stand together, especially with everything that's going on right now in this country. So just a reminder that the Latino community and the Black community are like this.
I'm struggling a lot today. You don't see all these videos of the hate going around with this mass deportation, and it hurts my heart because, you voted for who you voted for. But why so much hate? Like, how can you mock the kids that are losing their parents, or the parents that are losing their kids, living in constant fear for what may happen to your friends and your family, and even people that you see on social media. It hurts. It hurts. Because why is there so much hate? Why do you have to be this way?
There's no time for beef on either side. We need to stand together, especially with everything that's going on.
No, the fuck, we not like this. If we were like this, all of y'all would have voted the right way during November. Y'all asses would not be deported, and y'all asses wouldn't be marching down goddamn streets trying to save your people from damn extradition. I'm sorry, sweetheart. We have not always been like this. Let's not play that game. Y'all always want to sing fucking Kumbaya when shit is happening to y'all. But when we telling y'all what the fuck is gonna happen to y'all, and we tell y'all what's gonna happen if y'all don't vote this way, y'all don't move this way, y'all ignore us. So this whole fucking Kumbaya shit, no. Black people are sitting with black folks right now. Y'all figure out what the fuck y'all gonna do with y'all people, and we'll see y'all asses during midterms. We not marching with y'all. We not protesting with y'all. We ain't got shit to do with what's happening with y'all right now, because you know what? We're the only ones that voted correctly. We're the only ones that voted correctly, okay? The 92 and the 84, we did what the fuck we had to do to make sure that y'all was good. Your people fucked you, not us. So, that little solidarity shit, no, we are not one. This is not We Are the World. This is not the United Nations. Black folks, we are resting. Y'all figure out what the fuck y'all gonna do with y'all own Latino people. Because y'all people, y'all need to start having some infighting. Y'all need to start dragging people out the damn house and asking who the fuck they voted for. They ain't got shit to do with us. Stop trying to rope us in with y'all. Handle your own shit.
Check this out, y'all, because this is very telling on so many levels, right? So you have the Latino and Hispanic community reaching out to the Black community, doing all these videos, right? Whether they're negative or positive, whatever. While that's happening, you have white people on both sides, Democrat, Republican, doesn't matter, talking about who's going to pick the fruit, who's going to do the construction work, who's going to clean my house, who's going to watch my kids. All this hard labor for cheap wages, basically this slave labor, right? But you don't have the white people out there on the front line protesting. All they doing is just yapping and yapping, which brings me to this analogy that Ali uses. He was like, if there's 1,000 poison snakes coming after him, and out of that 1,000, there's only 100 there to protect him, guess what he's going to do? He's going to close the door on all of them. What black people was to white people in the 50s and the 60s, that's what Latino and Hispanics are to white people today. Now, they're not even protesting for them, and they're the ones that benefit the most from them being here.
The Latino and Black communities have always been like this, and we should continue staying like that.
So are we going to address that 60%? When are we going to address the 60%? Because it does not make any sense that people have so much time to make hey dear black people videos, what's going on black people videos, why are you not black people videos, and somehow never addresses that 60% of Latinos that close the door on their own people. Because a lot of people making these same dear black people videos are the same people that voted for Donald Trump. A lot of the Latinos that are making these dear black people videos are the same people that voted for Donald Trump. A lot of the Latinos marching are the same people that voted for Donald Trump. Because that guilt is now kicking in. And you know why they voted? Because America is now trying to offer Latinos the same deal that they offered the Italians, that they offered the Asians, and that they offered the Irish. This is why they made a classification of white Latino. And you know who is eating that shit up? Latinos. Look for the Lambonos in your community. And for those of you who don't know know what a lambono is, it's pretty much an ass kisser. Because I could never be okay with my people, the same people who speak the same language, the same people that eat the same food, have the same cultural background. They turned their back on their own people, and you guys want to still stand next to them? That is the problem. Before making Dare Black People videos, start exiling those people out of your community. Because at this time, black people are the only people that stood up for all minority groups. But like we already said, black people are on vacation.
Remember when I said this about Latinos for Trump? I want Donald Trump to win because I want to see the faces of the Latinos for Trump and the self-hating Mexicans that voted for him. I want to see the look on their faces when they get pulled over and asked if they have papers. I want to see the look on their faces when they get discriminated against and profiled despite being Latinos for Trump. Well, look at what happened the other day.
The police car behind me put the lights on, so I stepped on the side, right, to let him pass through. And they just got out the car with the guns in the hands and say, turn off the car. At this point, they didn't ask me for any ID. I was telling the officer if I can give him the ID, but he said that just keep my hands up, not moving. He told me to get out of the car, and then he put the handcuffs to me. And then he went to me and said, how did I get into this country? I was Trump supporter. I voted for Trump last election, but because I thought it was going to be the things, like be pointed, like just go against criminals, not every illegal Hispanic looking like that they will assume we are illegal.
I love how Latinos for Trump genuinely believe that they are exempt from racial profiling, that they are different. A Chihuahua is a Chihuahua. If a Chihuahua is born in the U.S., it doesn't magically become a German Shepherd, it's still a Chihuahua. But there you have it, guys. I really don't have any sympathy for these types of cases. If you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. But anyways, let me know what you guys think.
The Mexican said, where are the black people? We stood with y'all. Y'all are Hispanic. Why did you ask where the Cubans are? The Venezuelans? Guatemalans? Hell, the Dominicans? Or y'all are Mexican and saying you're indigenous to this land? Cool. Why not call the Native Americans to come? The different tribes. Where all else fails, there's always the Asians. What about them? Weren't y'all pro-Palestine? Why don't you call for them? Call for all the Arabs. But no, you said black people. Wherefore art thou? And it's crazy because, number one, you're saying you were standing with us during Black Lives Matter, indicating that you're claiming you understand the issues that are facing black people, which includes mass incarceration, which are concentration camps, prison, also /plantation, police brutality, poor access to resources needed in our community, a huge pay gap, school to prison pipeline, and I argue school to military pipeline, school to entertainment pipeline, like sport and music that make money for white people. You understand that we have been prosecuted here for over 400 years, and still we don't just stop slavery at the year it said. It continued, and Jim Crow is a form of slavery. The ramifications of that are still evident. You know all of these things. You know that we are going through our own genocide. That's what you were supposed to be standing with us for. But nothing changed for black people. But I do recall that black people have always intentionally brought up Latinos, Hispanics, whatever. It is black people who pushed, who made videos and did lives showing that, Taino people and Mexican people, all that are native to this land, spoke out so much about how immigration rules don't make sense. We went and voted for Kamala who wasn't with this shit. That's where we were. And you come and call on the very people that already have done something for you. The same people you say you care about. The whole reason of Black Lives Matter is because we are going through our own genocide. And you have the audacity to come on here and demand black people's assistance. That's how I know, because it wasn't just to make the Palestinians and all them too. That's how I know y'all do not take our plight seriously. They have dropped literal bombs on us, to be clear. Y'all keep talking about bomb this and bomb. They didn't drop literal bombs on us. Burned up boys in the back of a truck. Bombed churches. Dylan Roof not too long ago went up here and shot a fucking church up. Our motherfucking people that's in prison in slavery. And it's funny because y'all will say that, but when they're setting up this thing at Guantanamo Bay to hold the immigrants, y'all call that a concentration camp, an internment camp. Y'all put heavier weight on this shit. Marcellus Williams was just offed by tried to assist us with until the last minute when the Palestinians found out that he was Muslim and wrote a poem about, the Palestinian children and stuff. Then all of a sudden it's whatever. None of you have ever been helpful to the black community. It has always been transactional. None of the communities have on their own protested for black issues without bringing up their own shit. And not just out in the streets. Black people and these people have always stood in solidarity. Go read the articles. Go look it up right now and go read the articles. You are going to see black people bring up everybody else's shit. And they come over there and take over. I am going to continue to talk about this shit because it is just so irking. Y'all non-black people dancing to They Not Like Us is crazy fucking work. Y'all POC think that y'all are exempt from cultural appropriation, and you're not. And also, every one of y'all that I have seen dances have been horrible. The Indian one, the Native American one was offbeat. I'm still calling it what it is. This wasn't no fucking national anthem. And I don't agree with, a celebrity starting a revolution or nothing, but the damn song, whatever the purpose may have been behind, it clearly has formed its own purpose in the black community. And y'all go and y'all do this shit. But let me put a goddamn feather in my motherfucking... Listen, y'all not exempt from the shit.
Honestly, these other groups of people need to cut some slack when it comes to black people. And I mean, watching it from outside, it's really scary. Like, imagine living in it, being targeted because of how you look like, because you are a black being, okay? Going in places of shopping and being followed because somehow you're gonna be a disaster in that place. Being targeted, being put down every single day, building things every time and being put down every single time. Like, can't these other groups of people just leave black people for once to rest and let them just watch and see what's going on? And what is amazing about these guys is that everybody is really feeling it at this point, and it's not excluding anyone. The whites are feeling it, the Asians are feeling it, these Latinos are feeling it. Black people have been feeling it, for the longest time. So it's time now for them to rest and do whatever they want to. And if they don't want to involve themselves or put their bodies out for any cause, they deserve that rest. These other groups of people should just let go of black men, just take out their name out of their mouths, because it just doesn't make sense. The thing that was meant to be done was done in November, and black people did what they had to do. They were on the internet every single day, guys. I was seeing videos every single day of my people warning and telling people, Kamara's not gonna be the best, yes, but at least if she messes up.
So really, right now it's very concerning what we hear, especially in this video that we're seeing, that people are reporting that if you're traveling domestically, the TSA are going to ask you about your immigration status, whether you are illegal or legally in the country. So basically that's what they're trying to find out. And if your status has problems, then definitely they're going to take you to ICE, and ICE are going to question you, and then of course they'll take it from there. So basically right now what is happening is, if you know for a fact that your status has a problem or has an issue, then you should be very, very careful. You should not be traveling right now. You should not be moving up and down all the time, because ICE can be anywhere. So you need to be very aware, especially when you watch this video. You understand what they're trying to say. They're trying to spread awareness. The fact that is, you have to be careful, especially for those in the Latino communities, Haitian communities, the Asian community. Basically, if you're in the country in America and your status as a immigrant is not okay, so you have to be very careful. You don't know who you're going to encounter when you walk, or on your way to work, on your way to school, or on your way to buy grocery. Whatever it is that you're going to do, just be careful. That's all I'm gonna say in this video. And then of course, all this that is happening right now is just the FAFO seasons continuing, because during the election, during the campaign, all these issues that are happening right now, the current administration, they did mention that they are going to do mass deportation. They did mention they are going to check every document of each and every person in America, especially for immigrants. They did mention that. And if you have any questions, if you have any problem with your immigration status, they're going to deport you. That's what they said, and that's what they're doing right now. So for people crying right now, it's all about it's all about consequences. It's all about the karma, because
you went ahead and voted for this current administration, and now you have one way or another your community is being affected and you're realizing you made a mistake. But unfortunately, it's too late. The deed has been done, the dice has been casted, and now is the time where you have to reap what you sow. This is a time where you have to pay, you have to harvest for the labor. And now people harvesting. This is the pain that we're encountering. But the painful aspect is so many people are going to be affected, and so many people are already affected. So coming the next election, hopefully people are going to learn from this experience, from this from this time, this period, so that the coming election they vote for for the person or for the party that has your best interest at heart. The Democrats, if you, there's another video where one of the in this video where somebody mentioned that how the Obama administration did good for the Latino community, the Biden administration did good for the Latino community, and then of course now what is happening with the current administration and what's happening to the Latino community. So basically you need to look at all this and then ask yourself, which party has your best interest at heart and which party doesn't have your best interest at heart, and then from there then you make your final decision. That is what you're gonna do. I hope that's what you do then the next time when the elections come in. Anyway, this is the FAFO season. You are told vote wisely, who know who you're voting for, but somehow people decided to vote the way they did, and especially the Latino community are the ones who literally brought this administration into power. Now is the time to reap what you sow. Let me know what you think about this video and drop your comments. I'd love to hear from you guys.